In this video, I'll show you how to create a free product slider in Elementor in just a few simple steps. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Okay, so here we are on our demo site, and if we scroll down this page here you can see our product slider, okay? And we can scroll through the various different products. Okay, so we've achieved this by using a free plugin. I will confess there is a bit of CSS coding involved to style the title and also the button color as well. Okay, so if you want to create a similar setup on your Elementor store, the first thing we're going to do is install the required plugin. So we'll navigate over back to our dashboard. Okay, and then we'll navigate over to where it says plugins and then add new. Okay, and then we're going to search for a plugins called product carousel slider for Elementor. Quite a long name, and it's this one here by this plugin divs. Okay, so if you want, you can actually try any other plugin slider if you want. What I would say is usually kind of get what you pay for. So since we're doing it for free, there is limitations on what we can do. Whereas if you were to, I don't know, go with a paid plugin like this one, for example, or this one, most likely you'll get more design choice and it's relatively inexpensive as well. But we'll stick with this free plugin for now, and I'll walk you through how I went and created our product slider. Okay, so we just activate this plugin, and once you've activated it, we can go ahead and edit our page in which we want to add our product slider. Okay, so I'm going to navigate over to our home page here, then I'm going to click edit with Elementor. Okay, and then we'll scroll down to this section, and here you can see our product slider. So I'll delete this slider and then we'll recreate it so you can see the steps that I've actually taken to add this slider. Okay, so let's just delete this. Okay, and then the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and scroll down to where it says web builder element. Okay, and then here we'll see this product slider option. Okay, so for example, we can go ahead and drag and drop it here, and by default it will show 3 different products in a row. We can go ahead and customize this. So let's just walk through the options. So where it says query builder, here we get to choose which product we want to actually appear on our slider. Okay, so here the product status is currently set to publish. We can go ahead and select our draft product, product in review, but it makes sense to only display the published products, right? Okay, and then here we can filter further by the product type as well. So we can choose whether we want to display the simple product, a group, external, variable, or even bundled products, since I'm using a bundled product plugin. Okay, and then for the limit, we can go ahead and specify how many products we want to display on this slider. Okay, and then for the item configuration, so there's just one template, which is the default one. I'm assuming with the pro version, they might have some other templates. Okay, so then we get to choose whether we want to display the image. Yes, it makes sense to show the image. We can disable the product rating star here. Okay, and we can choose whether we want to display the price or not. Okay, it's a bit strange that you can remove the price but you can't remove the add to cart button. It doesn't quite make sense. Anyways, we'll enable the price display. Okay, and then we'll navigate down to slider configuration, and then here I just want to increase this to display 4 products per row. Okay, and then here where it says slides to scroll. Okay, so each time when it scrolls, it will scroll by this amount. Okay, so in this case it's just scrolling by 3 different products, and that's fine. So we'll navigate over to style here. Okay, and again it's quite limited, so we can change the coloring, which is quite good, but we don't have the option to change the size or the typography or anything like that. So that's where our CSS coding will come in. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly change these options here, and the add to cart button, I'm gonna set the color. So this is a text color, so we'll leave that to white. Okay, for the arrow, I'm going to change the color as well. So let's say, let's change it to gray and see. Yeah, that's okay. For the border, I'm going to select none. Okay, and then for other styles, here we've got some shadows displaying on our product slider. So I'm just going to remove these. So I'm going to turn down the transparency all the way to 0, and that should remove the shadow. So I'm going to do the same on this image as well. Let's just click on the color here and then just change the transparency all the way to 0. Okay, so you can leave it if you want, that's totally up to you. Okay, so I'm gonna update this page now. Okay, so that's updated fine. So let's go ahead and view our home page again. So now let's scroll down, and here we can see Okay, so by default, it usually displays quite large, similar to this. Okay, and to change it, since there isn't an inherit option built in on the free version, is we can just right click here, click inspect. Okay, and then we can go ahead and select. So we just click on this selector element here, make sure it's highlighted, and then we can go ahead and select this particular product title here. Okay, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to get the class name. Okay, so now when we look over to where it says styles here, so here we can see we've got some class name. Okay, went ahead and just typed font dash size colon, and then we'll say 14 px for 14 pixels, right? And then just close with a semicolon. So that's reduced the title sizing and it looks a lot better, right? So we can copy this code here and we can clean up the code as well. So I think I'll leave, because I think the main class we need is where it says, it's this one here. The main class we need is where it says WPCE underscore title. This one controls the product title. Okay, so I'll leave it in the description without all these extra Elementor stuff, because that will most likely be different in your case. Okay, but I think just using this WPCE title should work. So I'm going to copy this code and we can paste it in a few places. So if you're not using the pro version of Elementor, you can go to your theme customizer. So just click customize here, and then usually, so I'll just open it in a new tab. Okay, and then usually we'll see this option here where it says additional CSS. So I can open this up, and then when we scroll down, I can paste in our CSS code. Okay, and I'll show you with the cleaned up title. So I'm gonna delete everything apart from this WPC underscore title. Okay, and it should still work. Yeah, so it works fine. So I'll remove the color as well, since they do actually give you the option to change the color. So as I said, the main thing you might want to change is the sizing of this title here. So I'll leave this code in the description, and just for reference, it's just because it's a class, so we'll use a period, WPCE underscore title, and then a because it's a link, right? Curly brackets, font size, colon 14 pixel, well px, semicolon, and then close curly bracket. Okay. So I'll leave this bit of code, as I said in the description, but you can add it to this customizer screen. And if you're using the pro version of Elementor, if I navigate back over here to Elementor, yeah, so we can click on where it says custom CSS here, and then we can just go ahead and paste this in, and it will have the same effect. So you just need to add this CSS styling either on Elementor or in your theme custom CSS editor. Okay, and that's an easy and cost-effective way of adding a product slider to your Elementor store in just a few simple steps. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more videos like this, and if you've got any questions, leave it in the comment box below or reach out to support and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.